Hello guys, welcome to today's class. In this class today we are going to be installing our WordPress in our cPanel. We've already learned how to purchase our domain name and buy our hosting plan. So now I have my domain name here. I'm going to visit my domain name and see what my domain name is having. So I have olaphillips.com.ng. okay, so it is going to load and let us see what we have on this domain name. You can see error 404 and you can see not found. Error 404 in website development means not found. So if you visit a website and that particular page is not available, it will show error 404. Now that means there's no website on this domain name running currently. So let us go to our hosting. This is the hosting company I'm having my hosting that this domain name is connected to. So I want to log into my client area. Then from my client area I can go to my cPanel to install our website and manage our website. Then I'm going to show you how to manage your website through the cPanel also. Alright, so I'm going to log in here. Alright, so I have my client area. Then if you are buying your hosting and then your domain name in one place, of course you are going to see your hosting and you are going to see your domain name. So I have my hosting plan here. Of course I'm having two hosting plans here. So I'm going to click on my hosting plan and then I can click on log into cPanel. Alright, when you click on your hosting plan, actually you are going to see things that you can do that are related to your hosting plan, but you don't need to mind them in the client area. Okay, you can see log into cPanel, log into webmail, change password, upgrade and downgrade, and you can see it here also. File manager, autoresponder, forwarder, email account, phpMyAdmin. Now everything you are seeing here, file manager, phpMyAdmin, domain, cron job, and everything you are seeing in this client area, we actually have them in the cPanel, so you don't need to worry yourself about what is here. Now let us log into our cPanel. So I'm going to click on login to cPanel. Now what exactly is our cPanel? Our cPanel is where our website is hosted and it is where you manage your website. So for instance, like I said in the previous tutorial, the domain name is the name that is pointing to your website, and the hosting plan is a storage space that you upload your website to. Like I said, you can develop a WordPress website locally using XAMPP, and you can also decide to do your development online. So I'm doing my development online. If you are doing it locally, all you need is XAMPP or WAMP server. Those ones will serve as hosting plan, okay? But if you are using XAMPP, you don't need domain name and you don't need hosting plan. But the difference is that when you are using XAMPP or WAMP server, nobody will be able to see your website except you on your computer. But now that we have hosting plan and a domain name, anybody in the whole world can see our website. Now we want to go ahead and install our website. Now this is the current state of our website. We don't have any website on this domain name, so we want to go ahead and do the installation. So this is our cPanel, and we have a lot of things here that I'm going to be talking about later, but for now we just want to do installation, and I'm going to show you some things around in this cPanel. All right, to install our WordPress, we'll move down to Softaculous. You are going to see Softaculous app installer, and you are going to see WordPress, Joomla, and most of the things you are going to see under Softaculous apps installer, they are called CMS, Content Management System. Now a brief explanation about that. Normally if you want to develop a website, you need coding skill, you need programming skill like learning HTML, CSS, JavaScript, PHP, and so on and so forth. Like, you may also learn framework like Laravel, like Node.js, like Express. Okay, this one that we are going to install, you don't need any coding skill to build a website here. So this is what is called content management system. So it gives you a platform for you to be able to create websites without coding. All right, so I'm going to install WordPress. Another content management system is Joomla. I've used Joomla before. It's also a content management system, but you need free plugins. We are going to be talking about plugins later. So WordPress for now is the most powerful and the most popular content management system. So that is why we are going for WordPress, because we can actually create virtually all types of websites that are common in the world of today. And if you search online, you will discover that we have so many websites running on WordPress already. Okay, so I'm going to click on WordPress. All right, it will take us to this environment. So whichever hosting company you are using, the cPanel is similar in operation. So whether you are buying your hosting from Tucana, from Listed Hosting, from True Hosting, from Bluehost, wherever you are buying your hosting from, the cPanel looks similar. Okay, so in this environment now, what we need to do is to install WordPress. We are installing our WordPress on this domain name, on this address. But where is this address residing exactly? Don't forget, I said that the domain name, which is olaphilips.com.ng, is our address pointing to the website, while the hosting plan is a storage space where our website is. Okay, so let us install. We are going to check after installation, then we'll check where exactly is our website in the cPanel. All right, so we move, and this is install, and we click on install because we want to install WordPress. Now I'm having about 2 or 3 domain names in this account. You can actually host more than one website with an hosting plan. It depends on the hosting plan that you are buying. There are hosting plans that can accommodate only one website, and there are hosting plans that can accommodate up to 2-3 websites. Okay, so it depends on the one you are buying. So the hosting plan I'm having here can accommodate more than one website. Okay, now when you click on install, you will see the list of your domain name and your subdomains. Okay, but I want to install it on olaphilips.com. okay, so I'm going to click on olaphilips.com, and I will leave this in directory. I will leave it empty. Okay, now let me go first. Let me go and check the folder that is controlling this domain name first, okay, so that we can see that it is empty. So I'm going to click on login to cPanel here. All right, where your website is going to be installed, you go to file manager. Okay, so you can see file manager here. So I'm going to click on file manager, and of course, if you are buying your domain name and your hosting plan, of course your root folder is going to be public_html. That is when you are buying your domain name and your hosting plan together, it will be in public_html. But there's what we call add-on domain. I'm having a domain name that I bought with my hosting plan, but now I want to include another domain to that hosting plan. Don't forget, I said there are hosting plans that can accommodate more than one domain name. So if you are adding another domain name to the default domain name that you bought with the hosting plan, that domain name you are adding later is going to be called add-on domain, ADDON domain. Okay, so this is the whole idea behind it. At the point of buying my hosting plan, I bought a domain name with my hosting plan. So that is going to be the default domain name. Now, if I want to now add another domain name to that hosting plan, that domain name I'm adding is now going to be add-on domain. Okay, so the domain that you bought with your hosting plan, you are going to see it under public_HTML. So public_HTML, whatever you are installing in public_HTML is going to be in your root directory. Okay, so public_HTML is your root directory that your main domain name is pointing to. So your main domain name that you bought with that hosting plan is pointing to your root directory, which is public_HTML. I want to go back to this home page now. I'm having an add-on domain, which is olaphillips.com, and you can see the folder here. You can see the folder here. So if I double click on this folder, of course the folder is empty, and that is why when I visit olaphillips.com.ng, the site is empty, because in the folder that domain name is pointing to, there's nothing in the folder. Now let us go ahead and do our installation. All right, so we have Softaculous. Now in this folder, if I want to create another folder inside, in this folder, if I want to create another folder here, then I'm going to put the name of the folder here. For instance, if I say tutor, okay, so you can see your installation URL. My installation URL is olaphillips.com.ng/tutor. That simply means if I'm installing my website here, if I want to access that website, it's now going to be olaphillips.com.ng here. But I don't want to do that. I want to install my website in the main directory of olaphillips.com.ng. So wherever you are installing your website, of course you are going to see it right here, your installation URL. That means if I'm installing my website right now, this is the domain name that will be pointing to that website. All right, now from here I can now impute my website name and other things about the website. So now I'm going to leave this site name as my blog. For now I'm going to leave it as my blog. We can change it later when we start customizing our website. Okay, so the site description also, I'm going to leave it as my WordPress blog. Let me just leave it. When we start customizing, we can now change it. Now admin account, I'm going to also leave it as admin. Then I'm going to change this password, because this password that is generated here is not going to be easy for me to cram. So let me just change it. Okay, so I've imputed my password. Then I need an email also. So I'm going to use admin@olaphillips.com.ng, but you can use any email. You can use Gmail, you can use any email here. Okay, now let's move on. My language is English, but if you want to choose another language, you can see drop down of languages here. So we have English. Now I can click on install, but yet I don't want to click on install. I want to show you something under advanced option. For every website that you see, we have a database. Okay, we have a database. So the idea behind database is this. For instance, you are visiting a website and you do your registration on that website, and you submit your registration form, and an account is created for you, just like when you were in school as a student. You do your registration, and with time they will create a portal for you. That registration you did on the first day, they can later retrieve your information and show your information to you. So where that information is kept is called database. So website uses database to store information. Now you can see database name. Okay, don't forget that I said I have more than one website on this account. So for me to be able to differentiate the database in case I want to do anything, I should be able to change the name here. Okay, so I'm going to change it to Phillips so that I can easily recognize the database. Then the table prefix is optional. You may leave it, you may also decide to change it. So I want to change it to Ola. Okay, so I can now click on install. Now we should have our WordPress website installed in our cPanel. Alright, installation is complete. Now if you pay attention to this information here, we have WordPress has been successfully installed at, you can see the domain name olaphillips.com.ng. then we have administrative URL http olaphillips.com.ng/wp-admin. Okay, so the simple information here is that for you to view your website, go to olaphillips.com. So in your own case, it's going to be different because you bought another domain name, but I bought this domain name. All right, so I'm going to refresh this page, and of course I have a freshly installed WordPress on my domain name. Now this is the first link here, olaphillips.com. Now this second link is for what? Is for the admin panel, because this website, we cannot edit this website right here. So for us to edit it, we need our admin panel to edit it. And let us go back to that link. We have the site name, which is olaphillips.com.ng/wp-admin, that is -admin. Okay, so I'm going to include it here. I'm going to write /wp-admin. Okay, then I'm going to press enter on my keyboard. All right, so it will take me to this admin login page. And when I was doing the installation, I imputed some login credentials when I was doing my installation. So I'm going to put that login credentials here so that I can log in. Okay, so when you put your username and your password, just click on login. Then we should be in our WordPress dashboard. Okay, we have this. This may not be the same for all occasions. Sometimes you may have slight differences with different hosting company, but trust me, it is intuitive, it is self-explanatory. Now welcome to the onboarding process. It's saying get started. It's saying no, I don't want to try easy process. So I just want to click on I don't want to try easy process. So it takes me to my WordPress dashboard. Okay, so this is our WordPress dashboard right here. We have successfully installed our WordPress website, but our website is blank for now. Now from this admin panel, I can click on this visit my website, then it will take me to the front page of my website. Now don't forget, when we were doing installation, the name of our website was my blog, and this is what you are seeing right here, my blog. Then if I right click here now, I can open in a new tab. Okay, then it is going to show me the front end of our website. Now don't get confused. The part of your website that people that are visiting your website can see is called front end. Okay, and this is admin panel, and we can otherwise call it dashboard. Okay, so let us leave this place. We are coming back to this place probably in the next video, but let's go back to our cPanel. And now you can see this is the folder that is controlling our website. Originally our website supposed to be here. The files and folder that will be controlling our website should be here, but now it looks empty, right? But let me refresh and let us see what we have. All right, so you can see it right here. This website is installed. Now if by mistake I delete any file or folder here, then this website here is gone. Now let me give it a trial. So let me just right click and compress. I want to zip it so that it will not work. Okay, so I've zipped that. So what did I zip? wp-config.php. so I'm going to delete it right here. Okay, so that file has been deleted. Now it is only one file that I've deleted right here. So let's go back to our blog and refresh and see what happens. Okay, so you can see that website has crashed. It is now telling us to start installation afresh. Okay, let me return that file. The idea behind this is that when you are coming to this place, make sure that you are very careful. Now let me extract that file, and then I can now delete the zipped file. Okay, this is the zipped file. I can delete it now. All right, let us go back to our website and see what we have. All right, so you can see that our website is back. Okay, so that is first precaution that I want you to take note of. Whenever you are coming to the root folder of your website, you have to be very, very, very careful. All right, let us go back to our cPanel. Wherever you navigate to on your cPanel and you want to go back to the main page of your cPanel, all you have to do is to come to the left top corner here where you have CP. Okay, CP means cPanel. Then you can click on that CP. All right, then it will take you to the main page of your cPanel. Notice one thing and don't get confused. We logged in to our hosting company. We accessed our client area. Then from our client area we came to our cPanel. Okay, so you can see this is the home page, or this is the main page of our cPanel. Then from our cPanel we navigated to file manager. In the file manager, that is where we have the folder and the files that are controlling our website. Then we moved to Softaculous section where we installed our WordPress website. Okay, so after installation, whatever you have installed, you are going to see it under file manager. Now during installation I made mention of database. So where is our database exactly? If you want to see your database, you are going to navigate to PHP my admin. Okay, so let us look for it. Yes, this is PHP my admin. Now if you pay attention to this cPanel, you will see that it is sectioned, it is arranged into section. So you can see the first section is email. Okay, if you want to create your webmail, this is the section, but we are going to talk about that later. Now you can see billing and support, you can see file, you can see database section, domain section, metric and security. Then you can see software, you can see advanced, you can see reference, you can see Softaculous app installer. Now what we are looking for is database, so of course it's going to be under database. But at any point in time where you are looking for something and you cannot see it, all you have to do is to come to the search box here and type whatever you are looking for. So now I'm looking for PHP my admin, because under PHP my admin, that is where the list of my database is. So I'm going to type PHP my admin. Okay, you can see it coming up already, PHP my admin. But I don't want to search so that you will not get confused. So come under database section and click on PHP my admin. Okay, so I'm going to click on that. Good, you will be presented with this dashboard. Now if you have done local installation of WordPress before, or you have used XAMPP or WAMP server before, you will see that this place actually looked very similar to XAMPP or WAMP server PHP my admin. Okay, so now we have our databases here. Of course, I've told you I'm having more than one website running on this server, but the database we installed for our website, we named it Philips. Okay, so you can see it right here, Philips. So if I click on it, I'm going to see different tables. Okay, so you can see tables that are controlling the website. Okay, this is a little bit advanced, though. When you want to do database management, it is advanced. Database management is one aspect of programming. Okay, but as for WordPress, you don't actually have any business coming here. What you have business with is your admin dashboard. Okay, so here is the admin dashboard. Now I'm going to be rounding up this tutorial very soon, but before I round up this tutorial, you can see to the left hand side here we are having clickable menus. So we have assistance, we have dashboard, we have post, media, page, comments, appearance, plugins, user, and the rest. Okay, by default some things are not supposed to be here, so I want to remove those things so that when I want to talk about them, we can do installation of those things by ourselves. Now I'm going to go under plugins, and then I'm going to remove all the plugins that are pre-installed. You can see under all we have 15 plugins installed already. In the subsequent videos, I will be talking about plugins separately so that you will know what plugin is all about. But for now, these plugins that we have here, they are not relevant to our website, so we need to remove all of them. Okay, so I'm going to click on delete to delete all of the plugins here. Alright, so let me just select all and deactivate them. I'm going to click on apply. So I can select all and delete. Again, don't worry about plugin for now. I'm going to do an extensive explanation on plugin, but for now I don't want these videos to be too long so that you will not get bored when you are watching this video. So all plugins that I've deactivated, they have what they do, but don't worry about them. We are going to talk about plugin. I'm going to talk about each of the link that you are seeing here on the dashboard. Now after uninstalling those plugins, you can see that the menu has reduced. Okay, you can see that the links have reduced. So now this is the default menu of WordPress. Okay, but the more you install plugins, you are going to be having additional items on this navigation bar. Okay, you are going to be having additional items, but for now this is the default navigation link in WordPress. Okay, so I'm going to be heading this video here. So in the next video, we are going to be talking about each of these links, and we are going to be talking about basic WordPress settings that you are supposed to do after installation. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification bell, and in the next video I will see you.